Hi Scorpio, welcome to your February 2024 general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Scorpio. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. To only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear this message. Hi, cross watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Scorpio. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Scorpio and cross watchers that energy is fluid. And this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. All right, Scorpio, let's go ahead and get your reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl here to clear, set the energy, and do a mini meditation with you guys. But if you just want to jump right on into the card pull to see what the cards have to say, go ahead and check the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you with me now, thank you so much for joining me. I'm first going to just ask everyone to take a deep breath in, ring the sound bowl 3 times, and during that, I just want you to open up your energy to ask any questions that you may be having about your love life, and we'll take it from there. So let's first take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, let's go ahead and see what is going on in your love life in February. And with this reading, I am tuning into an energy that's connected in and around your psychic field of someone that has romantic feelings or intentions towards you right now in this moment, whether you are single or taken, whether you are currently in a connection with this energy or in separation. Let's see who is coming through for you, why they're coming through, and what does that mean for February. So tell me about this person, this energy, Scorpio. First of all, I'm seeing a beanie that someone may wear all the time or has like posted a picture of recently wearing a beanie. Tell me more about this energy. Okay, here we go. We have twin flames. Interesting. Yin, yang, and balance. Union and duality. Complement polar opposites. Wow. And I just see like literally the yin yang symbol that someone may have a tattoo of or has like a picture of in their home or like in their car as like a keychain or whatever. But anyway, yeah, wow. This is a twin flame energy. And I don't usually give a ton of twin flame readings. I feel as if there's a lot out there about twin flames that could get a little bit misconstrued, and I just kind of am going off of how I feel about them, what I think of them, so that may not align with everyone else. But I do have to say this is clearly like a connection of divine masculine, divine feminine. When you guys are with each other, you do complete one another. People always talk about the chemistry and how good you guys seem to be around each other, but there's also a lot underneath that I think you kind of bring out within this person, Scorpio, that they weren't ready to face, they weren't ready to kind of address within themselves. Because when I saw that beanie, and I think you guys could have seen me like thinking about it, like I heard it's cold. So I do feel right now between the two of you, it could be in a bit of a no communication or a bit of an icier period is a really good way to describe it. And as I saw that, someone may like to like, when they order drinks with ice, they like to chew on the ice. I know that's so random. Could be for someone out there. But I feel as if this person is just kind of realigning within themselves. I'm not surprised when I see this type of energy with twin flame soulmates. Like there's usually back and forth of catalysts, of spiritual awakenings, of spiritual realizations. And those are not easy, okay? Especially during the separation time. And there's something about February that's reigniting this awareness about you, Scorpio. Maybe it's because Valentine's Day is coming up. Maybe it's because an important date in February where you two met, where you first like started dating, or even when you broke it off, like is coming around again. And it's making them think a lot about you, Scorpio. The letter T is sticking out to me, as in Tyler, as in Taylor, first, middle, last initial could mean something to someone here. But I do feel there's going to be another cycle of deep awareness, of deep opening up to the level of this connection that they don't have really with anyone else. And I think they are starting to really, again, understand, unravel the complexity of their feelings for you, Scorpio. Because yeah, definitely the situation between the two of you has always been very complex. It's always like trying to figure out a Rubik's Cube. You think you're almost there, and then one side of it, it's like still a lot of work to do. Let's see. Something about like when you guys touch each other, there's a strong like, I don't know how to describe it, like a zing or like an electricity or like an awareness. I feel even like the first time you guys held hands, you felt that spark. Really interesting. Through the touch, you guys definitely connect with one another. Someone could even have that psychic gift of holding people's belongings and getting messages through that. But anyway, tell me more about this person's energy surrounding Scorpio, this twin flame energy. What do they need to know about it? What do they need to know about where they're at right now? Okay. So we have Advocate. Okay, and the light attribute inspires you to put compassion into action. Shadow attribute, embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. I feel very strong earth energy here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. You could be connected to an earth sign. Someone could have strong earth in their chart. Does not have to be the case. But you know, Scorpio, this person just always kind of lived life a bit, you know, distanced, a bit more reserved, a bit colder, definitely. But by meeting you, and even for as long as it's been, you've kind of been opening up their heart chakra. You are that activation within their heart chakra. And I do feel like where they may have been a bit more self-centered, a bit more immature, since meeting you, they've been a lot more aware of people's feelings, aware of what they can do to help others. I wonder if you guys kind of are activists in, you know, political type of situations. You always kind of speak your mind about, you know, the causes and the underdogs, that type of energy. And you've had that impact on them that is kind of starting to help them redesign the heart chakra. I don't know why I'm saying it that way, but it really definitely feels like before they met you, they had a very strong operating system of like trying to block out their heart chakra, not letting anyone get too close to it and opening up. But you have planted a seed deep within their heart chakra, Scorpio. And every day since, it's been growing a bit stronger every day. And I think, honestly, this person has been a better person because of you. And not to identify as good or bad, but to identify as like just being more open to people and to their love, and trying to be more, you know, instead of pushing people away, being present and working through things that may be a little bit more difficult. So I wonder, Scorpio, if someone's been doing that during the separation between the two of you and something's about to grow about it. I'm hearing this song from Wicked, a musical that I love. I forget the name of the song, but I know that the lyrics go, because I knew you, I am changed, or something along those lines, where like Glinda and Alphabet at the end kind of sing about their friendship and what it's meant to them and how much it's impacted them. And I kind of feel that same energy that this person thinks about you, Scorpio. Whether they've ever vocalized it, they definitely are aware of it, your impact in their life for sure. What does this person want to tell Scorpio that they haven't told Scorpio? Someone could have a flannel blanket on their couch. or like a, you know, plaid type of pattern on their couch or on their bed. Nervous. Okay. And it says, you make me lose my cool and I just don't know how to act in your presence. Okay. So if you do somehow like still interact with this person in some way, let's just say you work with them or they're in the same friend group, but they've been kind of like ignoring you or avoiding you, and it's hurt you definitely because, you know, you care for this person, you want to be open with this person, but it's just as if, again, just the redesigning they're going through right now within their heart chakra. There's a lot of anxiousness being around you, Scorpio. I don't think it's just because they're afraid of interacting with you, but because of everything that they left this on that wasn't fully resolved, that wasn't fully understood, and knowing that if they were to ever come forward and tell you everything that they haven't told you, it would mean something very real for them. It would mean something that they would have to completely surrender their ego for, completely just open up, and that in itself is very nerve-wracking for them. This person definitely struggles with some anxiety, okay? And I think just even thinking about reconnecting with you and what that would be like, would you reject them? Would you block them? Whatever, like it makes them nervous thinking about actually picking up the phone to reach out to you. And so if they have been avoiding you or ignoring you, they just don't know how to address this yet. But something's growing, Scorpio. I could definitely feel it. All right, let's get into the tarot. Someone can also be into gardening or planting. Maybe has like a little herb garden. Okay, Three of Wands is how they feel about you. Wow. Aries energy. They feel like there's purpose. They feel like there's still unresolved business. They feel like there's still more to this that has not come about. But they know deep down, their higher selves at least know this, even if the ego tries to conflict it, that you two have a major purpose here. Some of you, I gotta say, this may feel really random, but they've thought of like having a family with you. And even if those of you that can't have kids, like adoption, or even just like what it would be like to have that stable life between the two of you. I'm just throwing that out there for some. Wow, yeah, but they're in their head, Scorpio. They feel trapped. They feel like right now there's not much they can do. But again, that's their own thoughts getting in the way of actuality, right? Yeah, tell me more. I'll get all the cards out first, and then of course we'll do a deep dive. Wow, yeah, very strong Aries energy here for some of you. Wow. Okay. Oh, wow, yeah. All right, let's get into this. We need to talk, okay? So bottom of the deck, the Eight of Wands. There are two eights here. Someone's birthday could be November 8th, November 18th, perhaps October 28th for some of you. Maybe with the Eight of Wands, you guys met online, through dating apps, through social media, and it just kind of took off. There already was so much passion between the two of you. This person was, I think this is what confuses you the most, Scorpio, for those of you that resonate with the message I'm about to say. They were the ones so persistent and pursuing you. And maybe at first with Wands energy, it was a bit more of a sexual desire, a sexual lust. And maybe even there was a past within themselves that they were a bit more playette energy, non-committal energy. So with that amount of, I wouldn't say aggression, but direction of, you know, wanting to pursue you, it's kind of evolved. And I think a part of them has come to realize it's evolved at some period of time, which is when I think when they found that out, that this isn't just playful, this isn't just, you know, temporary. I'm starting to feel very strong feelings for Scorpio, as we'll get to in a second with the King of Cups. It made them want to flee. Did I mention this with Sagittarius energy? If I did, I apologize. But I feel with that being said, like, this is when the recognition of the complexity of this soulmate connection or twin flame connection that you have is not something that is just going to be fleeting. And maybe this person was used to connections that were not entirely based in strong, committed, reliable, long-term type of interactions. Maybe this person, you know, with the Eight of Wands, they may always be on the go. They may always have, with Eight of Wands, travel, or very big on social media or something like that. So a lot keeps them distracted. A lot keeps them kind of adventurous or curious. But I don't know, Scorpio, there's something about you that they'll always come back to or always feel familiarity with, realization with. Even if it still kind of scares them or freaks them out, it's undeniable here. So let's get into it. How they feel about you. Three of Wands, Aries energy. In their heart, that again is starting to be redesigned, is starting to be healed. They know there's something that was meant to happen, that was meant to be the long term, that was meant to be the milestone within their romantic life with you. And I do feel when they think of you from time to time, they think about, you know, the serious things that they could have had. Living together, being in an exclusive relationship with you, marriage, kids. And a part of their heart and their higher selves feel like whether it's this lifetime or the next, that is something meant to still accomplish here. That is something where when the twin flame energy is fully in contract and you guys do accomplish this, you'll be able to go into the next plane together. And then when I said plane, I saw an airplane. Literally, I wonder if someone works in the airline services, lives by an airport, or has to fly to see you, Scorpio. But what they think about this connection, think about you as the Eight of Swords. I almost want to say they're haunted by you, Scorpio. They never feel like they can fully escape their thoughts from you. I do think, even if it's been a long time since you guys have spoken, they still think of you every day. And I wonder too if, you know, there's a part of them that's like, all right, maybe it's time to reach out to Scorpio. Then the thoughts and anxieties of, you know, it's been too long. Why now? You messed it up. You ruined it. Scorpio's not going to open up to you. And that's kind of what keeps them entrapped. So if a lot of you are wondering, you know, what is the deal then? If they feel all this, it's themselves kind of sabotaging the connection here. And a part of them, you know, in a way, as crazy as it sounds, it feels a lot more safe to not try than to put themselves out there and to get rejected. But it's weighing heavily on them, Scorpio. And again, something about this time of the year, February, it's starting to really pound in on them. Let's just say the thoughts of you, the unfinished business, the closure that was never given. It's starting to really affect them mentally, Scorpio. What they like the most about you is the King of Cups. Scorpio energy. Some of you could also have Scorpio rising, Scorpio moon. You are a genuine person, a very loving person. You are someone that has big dreams for yourself, someone that wants to pursue everything that they know they're meant for. They know their life's purpose. They know their destiny, and they feel so linked to it. And they love that you're a daydreamer. They love that you're someone that can think outside of the box to accomplish things. And again, like, I think this is the part that affects their heart chakra the most, is that I wonder if someone came from a bit of a emotionally closed family, let's just say. And so they never felt that emotional comfort or that need to be emotionally open, to emotionally express themselves. And to see you do it not in a dramatic way, not in an over-the-top way, but in a very real way, where you just tell people how you feel and your words and how they make them feel in response to what you have to say is something that has always stuck with them, has always made them really feel like they could be someone that is openly emotional when it comes to you. But again, I don't feel this has been fully addressed. But behind closed doors, Scorpio, they do get emotional about you. They do reminisce about you. What they don't like about you is the Knight of Wands energy, Sagittarius energy. Okay, so for some of you guys, what I'm kind of feeling this Knight of Wands energy is that, you know, whatever idea they had before meeting you of just, you know, living a non-committed life, doing their own thing, being independent, you challenged that. Not that you ever said anything to, but even just your presence in their life where they just would, you know, not feel the same of going out with people and talking and trying to meet and hook up with other people. Like, they found themselves always comparing those people to you and the connection they had with you. And that's something that they haven't really been able to move forward. Others of you with this Knight of Wands energy, you're very attractive physically, and they may have always hated the attention you got from, you know, being out and about and people wanting to just spark up conversation with you. I think in a lot of ways they didn't want to admit how jealous that made them. I feel with this Knight of Wands energy, ultimately though, there could have been someone that, I don't know, Scorpio, for some of you, they may have perceived that you were doing your own thing, that I wonder if there was like some sort of work situation, project that you really like buckled down to get, you know, accomplished. And from not seeing you as much, they didn't want to open up the opportunity of being hurt. And seeing that you were distracted and onto other things, they just decided to end it even though you did not see that coming. It was random. It was out of the blue. What they like the most about this connection is the Two of Wands. Aries energy. I'm kind of smirking here because of this twin flame energy, right? Two wands, two flames. Yeah, deep down, like I said, Scorpio, I can't emphasize enough. They know the pull. They know the attraction. They know the intimacy, the complexion of this, and they'll always be drawn to you. And they'll always know that you were meant to be the one, in a way, to have a connection with, to have a feeling with, to have a marriage with. They'll always reminisce and think about what they could have had. Should they have been more in alignment? Should they have grown, you know, before meeting you? You're really the one that got away, Scorpio. And I feel with this Two of Wands energy, they know that this special fire, this special chemistry will only be exchanged with you. And even if like you guys have that on and again, off again thing, or the every time they see you, that spark is the best way to describe it, always gets reignited in some way. In the pit of their stomachs, they feel it. Someone could have a twin sibling as well. What they don't like about this connection is the King of Wands, Taurus energy. For those that didn't want to be committed or had that idea of not having, you know, any strings attached, this idea of settling down or really, you know, putting hard work in was something they were afraid to take the steps of. For someone, I'm definitely feeling father issues here, okay? And definitely in the means of like a father not being fully supportive financially or, you know, emotionally. And that has always had a father wound that has infected or affected them, sorry, wrong word, completely. So the idea of having something stable long-term is something they kind of don't even truly believe, because of the inconsistent stability either in their love life, either from their childhood. And they don't know, especially with the King of Pentacles energy, if they are good enough. There's some form of themselves that think that they are unworthy of having you, Scorpio. whether this is consciously or deeply subconscious, right? Highest hopes is the Nine of Pentacles. Now I'm feeling two specific different situations, depending on what you know to be their energy, the timeline you're in. For some of you guys, I do want to say, like, they're hoping that they could still, you know, watch you from afar, have access to you social media, or like if you guys are in the same friend group, community of work or whatever, that they will still always like care for you deeply, think highly of you, and hoping that, you know, one day they'll be ready. One day they'd be ready to be in alignment with you, because they really do see you as the person that anyone would be lucky to have. They've experienced a bit of it and they know that you have it all, Scorpio. And it's something they still feel they need to catch up on in a lot of ways. Others of you, you know, if they are still very stubborn in that, you know, mindset of being single, not committing, they're hoping they can maintain that. But I'm telling you, with whatever's reminding them of you recently, it's making them harder and harder for them to pull off that facade that they so desperately think they need to. Deepest fears is the Three of Swords. Now we have two threes here. Someone's birthday could be November 3rd, November 13th, October 30th. But heartbreak. You would be the one that would, you know, especially if they tried to put themselves out there and it would just be ignored or, you know, called out. You are the one that has the most potential to break their heart, more so than anyone else. And I gotta say, others of you, it's like they're afraid that this pain, this longing for you, Scorpio, there's always going to be a missing part of their heart with your absence. And that maybe even subconsciously their higher selves are afraid that this redesigning of the heart chakra that was meant to happen through meeting you, through this twin flame journey you're currently on, is something that can't be accomplished. And they're just going to keep themselves at a distance from what their heart really wants. And their higher selves does not want that for them. And they're afraid for them. All right, Scorpio, to see the likely outcome of this situation, what is likely to happen and unfold from now to the end of the month, you need to be aware of, know about. We're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card to show you the likely outcome of what's likely to happen from now to the end of the month. Are they going to do anything? Are they going to hold back? And anything else I can tell you. So if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where you depart, Scorpio, I really hope that this reading has provided a lot of confirmation for you, has given you the clarity, insight, healing, and guidance in regards to whatever's happening and unfolding in your love life at this time. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Scorpio, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Scorpio.